Hey guys, today I'll be talking about this guy. And his encounter with this guy.
MACE WINDU.
MACE WINDU.
So I'll be talking about General Grievous and MACE WINDU and their encounter on Coruscant, but more specifically how WINDU gives Grievous the cough. We all know what cough I'm on about. Yeah, the one which goes on throughout the whole of the Clone Wars and the whole of the film, and he sounds like he's coughing up a furball constantly. It's like just throughout the whole thing. And I mean, it's Grievous. I won't want it any other way, don't get me wrong, but like, can someone please just like give him a Strepsil or like a throat soother or like a throat sweet or something, please? Like, I feel bad for the guy. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. We begin the story with a separatist assault on the planet Coruscant, and the very moments leading up to the Revenge of the Sith, with Grievous scouring the planet for Chancellor Palpatine, who's being guarded by a trio of Jedi, consisting of the skilled Dragoot Jedi Master, Shaak Ti, a Thorian Jedi, Roran Korob, and Falma Duma, a Tal Jedi Master from the planet Alzok 3, alongside a group of clones and several of the Chancellor's cloaked Senate guards. Grievous eventually locates Palpatine and enters his chambers in an attempt to kidnap the Chancellor, alerting both the Jedi and Republic personnel. The clones and Senate guards alike gather in a line with their blasters ready, aimed at the General. There is a moment of silence as the soldiers begin gathering their thoughts, preparing their rifles, all while staring at the monster that stood before them. However, Grievous was not worried about the ample time allocated to these soldiers, as this first engagement would be nothing but a bit of quick fun for the General. Suddenly, Shaak Ti grabs the Chancellor and exits the room with the accompanying two Jedi and the two clones beside them. The door shuts behind them as they swiftly exit, and the room fills with blue light as the clones and Senate guards open fire on Grievous. Grievous draws two of his 4 available lightsabers and launches himself into the line of clones, dodging the blue streaks and light that filled the room, dispatching of the clones with incredible speed, simultaneously slashing each clone multiple times, all whilst deflecting the oncoming fire from the now surrounding clones, launching them into walls as pieces of their now broken armour flew in all directions, with the Senate guard being served just as brutally by the agile yet robust General. As the Jedi and Chancellor wait anxiously for the elevator in the joining hallway, the sound of immense blaster fire can be heard slowly depleting after each scream and crash until it again becomes silent. Shaak Ti informs the Chancellor that he must stay behind her. The group wait in silence for several seconds until the General comes charging through the door with nothing but the bodies of clones and slashed armour scattered behind him. The General charges towards the group, leaping from wall to wall. The elevator finally reaches the group and they rush into it with the Chancellor. They wait for the elevator door to close, however Grievous continues to rapidly approach. Therefore, in an attempt to delay the incoming threat, Roran Korob used a special Ithorian ability on the General that utilises their 4 throats to create a violent expel of air that can result in concussive, deafening and destructive effects. This violent scream was so powerful, in fact, that Roran Korob managed to cause the hallway ceiling to collapse above Grievous, leaving him under the debris of the building, delaying him long enough for the group to make it out of the upper floors unscathed. The elevator finally stopped on the middle floors of the building, and the doors were open to reveal the General with a group of B-2 super battle droids lined up behind him in what seemed like a perfect formation, with no one droid out of line with its companion to the left and right. Roran Korob, still breathing heavily after his last use of the special Ithorian ability he had done merely minutes ago, managed to gasp enough air to scream again. That was even more powerful and violent than the last, managing to destroy all the B-2 super battle droids, so powerful that the plates of the flooring could even be seen being pried off the ground by the violent expel of air. The group then began running, the 2 remaining clones staying behind to confront the 2 Magna Guards that had appeared in the path of the group. The clones were quickly executed by the Magna Guards, who displayed clear superiority in combat. Jedi Master Falma Duma grabbed Palpatine, and the 3 Jedi ran through Coruscant, jumping from platform to platform, slowly descending through the bridges and pathways of the vast city, with the Magna Guards in pursuit, staying closely behind, not letting the Jedi create any distance between the 2 groups until they finally reached the ground level, where the Jedi were again confronted by multiple of Grievous's Magna Guards. Shaak Ti stayed behind to fight the Magna Guards, giving time for her 2 Jedi companions to escape with the Chancellor. However, it was not until later she found out this was nothing but a distraction, giving Grievous the upper hand when fighting the Jedi. As Shaak Ti fought the countless Magna Guards now surrounding her, Grievous attacked Rawron Korob and Falma Duma, who were now the last people between him and Palpatine. Both Jedi ignited their lightsabers, and Grievous began his heavy strikes, dealing powerful strikes to each of the Jedi relentlessly, with both Jedi trying to defend the incoming blows until both sides' lightsabers became locked with each other. As the lightsabers screech and spark against each other, Grievous releases his 3rd and 4th arm and grabs 2 more lightsabers from his waist, unleashing his full power upon the 2 Jedi. The 2 eventually fell to the labelled Jedi Killer for his proficiency of the 4-bladed wielding. Once Shaak Ti realises the Magna Guards were but a distraction, she sprinted to the Chancellor's location, only to find her fellow Jedi had fallen and Grievous had the Chancellor. She confronted Grievous, however she too was beaten in combat, and quite easily due to her fatigue after the relentless fight against the Magna Guards, but did not have the same demise as the other Jedi. Instead, Grievous took her lightsaber to add to his ever-growing collection and restrain Shaak Ti, who Mace Windu would later find suspending from the ceiling, hanging restrained above the fallen Jedi. However, it is as Grievous is leaving the planet when his last confrontation appears. As Grievous boards the ship with Palpatine already taken aboard by Magna Guards, a Republic gunship appears in the sky, descending rapidly. Aboard it is Mace Windu and a squad of clone troopers, ready to engage the General. However, suddenly it is shot down by a Separatist turret and begins plummeting to the ground, leaving a trail of dark smoke behind it. Mace Windu jumps out of the gunship moments before it crashes and lands in front of Grievous. Windu, who is currently in a brace position on one knee and a hand as he's just broken his fall, looks up to see Grievous. Grievous draws all 4 lightsabers and arrogantly prepares for combat. Windu, just as ready as before, glares at Grievous before throwing his hand out towards him and tensing it, enabling the Force. Windu crushes Grievous's chest plate using the Force, making Grievous fall to the ground as his midsection compresses. Grievous's shuttle, presumably piloted by a Magna Guard aboard, ascends into the air. However, Windu is determined and not ready to let Grievous get away, leaping into the air after the shuttle. As Windu glides through the air, he receives heavy blaster fire from the shuttle, and manages to deflect most blaster bolts. However, some hit his cloak and singe it, leaving holes throughout his once elegant robes. Windu, not managing to reach the shuttle, falls down to the ground and breaks his fall once again, landing skillfully and unharmed. The significant damage Windu dealt to Grievous's chestplate and midsection caused damage to Grievous's cybernetics and equipment, maybe even damaging his remaining organs like his lungs even further. However, this is just one of the Legends reasons to why Grievous is shown coughing during the Revenge of the Sith. However, in canon, Grievous is shown coughing before Revenge of the Sith during the entire Clone Wars. The reason in canon is still quite unclear, however it is assumed that his equipment is not very advanced and cannot provide enough support to make his organs, like his lungs, work perfectly. The reason General Grievous was given a cough in the first place was actually because George Lucas had bronchitis while filming Revenge of the Sith, therefore was coughing a lot, so the team decided to add it to Grievous's character. That's the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one.
Show me the one whose safety deems such destruction. This is the way.